What's up, guys? So, welcome to this episode number 11 of Austin Quest. So, we're going to be talking about racism today. Okay. Um, so, I don't know if any of you have heard about what is going to be quote unquote official this June. And that is the Aunt Jemina brand turning into a different brand. Now I'm going to go ahead and go on my phone and look it up. Um, I have Aunt Jemina pancake mix and I have Aunt Jemina maple syrup. Now I will go get them in a moment and show you guys. But especially what I want to show you guys, especially in tonight's episode, is the syrup, because something interesting that a lot of you may not know is that I don't know if it's just at the Ralph's here in Carlsbad, California, off of Avenida Encinas, or if it's everywhere in all stores. But what I have noticed when I can't remember if it was when I recently had to buy maple syrup or the maple syrup that I had before. Now, Aunt Jemina, and you will be surprised at this when I show you guys the maple syrup that I buy. Okay, the Aunt Jemina maple syrup that I buy. And I'll tell you guys in a moment. And I'll show you guys to prove it to you in a little bit. But the Aunt Jemina maple syrup, Aunt Jemina is the only maple syrup brand that has an option of buying. You can buy one that has 100 or 100 and something calories and one that has 50 calories. I buy the one that has 50 calories. Okay? So I'm going to so Aunt Jemina. So I'm going to read you guys this real quick. So Aunt Jemina is a brand of pancake mix, syrup, and other breakfast foods. The Aunt Jemina pancake mix was advertised in 1889 as the first ready mix. By 1915, it had become one of the most recognized brands in U.S. history and changed U.S. trademark law. Introduced November 1st in 1889. Owner, Quaker Oats. Parent company, Quaker Oats Company. And product types, pancake and syrup. Now I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to go get that brand in a minute real quick. So let me go get my pancake mix and my syrup. Be right back. And I'm going to show you guys to prove it to you with the syrup. Okay? So, because I have to have syrup in my pancakes and in my waffles. And by the way, I buy Eggo waffles. I'm just so used to the Eggo waffles. Anyways, so here is the Aunt Jemina syrup that I buy. Now, if you guys see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this has 50 calories. See, Aunt Jemina. And then here is the pancake mix. You want to know something interesting as well? Even though it says besides the mix, obviously it's in the box. You don't have to put milk and teaspoon oil and egg. You can just do cold water. So the mix and a third, fourth cup of cold water, and that's all you need. As far as like 3 pancakes, if you want 3 pancakes, because it's still going to taste good. So that's what's pretty cool. Now, I don't know about you, but after when I was going through my For You page on TikTok earlier today, and there was like 2 videos of people reacting to it, and I was like, what is happening? And then I looked it up. Then I was like, you know what? Last minute change for tonight's Austin Quest episode. We're going to resume talking about reading the book tomorrow. Okay, so whichever topic is going to be in that, whichever the next topic is in that Planet Earth book, we'll do it tomorrow night. Okay, I promise. But tonight, I wanted to make it clear because on TikTok, I'm making my videos in parts. Thought I'd make tonight's episode, Austin Quest episode, about what's going on with Aunt Jemina. Now, I don't know how in the world this is racist. Tell me, how is this racist? How is it racist to change it? Now, let's go. Let's go back to Google and let's see, Aunt Jemina. They want to change it to Pearl Milling Company. So I was reading 2 articles so far. So I'm going to read you a little bit of this article, and I'll read you a little bit of the other article, and I'll link them down below later, so you guys can read it on your own. But I'll read part of this. So, according to New York CNN Business, Quaker Oats is releasing a new name and logo for its Aunt Jemina products, finally retiring the racist stereotype that has adorned its pancake mixes and syrups for decades. The name Aunt Jemina, long criticized as a racist caricature of a black woman stemming from slavery, but will be replaced with the Pearl Milling Company name and logo on the former brand's new packaging, according to a parent company, PepsiCo. Now, here's the thing. Look, I don't know how is this racist? I mean, does this look like a white person? Does Aunt Jemina, for decades, and I mean for decades, since it came out in 1889, for decades, is this a white person who put blackface on? No, it is a real person of color, a real woman of color. So I'm sorry that I'm yelling, but I apologize for that. I'm just very furious what's going on. And also, if you don't like this brand of pancake mix and syrup, you can just buy a different brand. Now, next time I go to Ralph's, I will make a video. And actually, it'll be an Austin Quest episode. So I'll decide, next time I go shopping, which will not be tomorrow, because after tennis, I want to come straight home. So I might go to the store Friday. So on Friday, when I go to the store, I'll make that the episode. So we're going to resume back to whatever topic is the next topic. I'm not going to grab my book and try to find it. So I'll make this episode all about this. But however, because I want to show you guys. I'll make a video. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, so you guys know I'm telling the truth. So tonight is going to be about this. Okay, part 1 of talking about this. And then resume tomorrow night, because after tennis days, I just want to come straight home. And then Friday, we'll resume to part 2 about talking about this. So I'll do 2 lives, actually 1 live and then 1 recorded video for this. Because I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. And to prove to you that when I say that at Carlsbad California Ralph's, and Ebony and Encinas, that the only syrup brand, the only syrup brand that sells 50, that has 50 calories. Because as soon as I saw this, I was like, wow. I have to get this. I have to buy this. Because all the other syrups, Aunt Jemina also has a syrup that's 100 calories or 100 something calories. But she also has a brand of light. Aunt Jemina Original Light. 50 calories. So if you're like me, and you have to have pancakes on your pancakes and on your waffles, and you don't want to have too much calories going on in your breakfast or late night snack or whatever, because I'm going to make some pancakes later, actually. So whenever in the day, I mean, you don't have to have pick breakfast foods just for breakfast if you don't want to. I mean, I'm not like that. I have pancakes or I had waffles just not too long ago. So, anyways, so if you're like me and you have to have maple syrup on your pancakes and on your waffles, and you don't want to have that, you don't want to add too much calories to it, I highly recommend on Jemina Original Light. Because I'm telling you, in June, and hopefully this doesn't, I mean, it looks like it's already going to go through because I was reading an article and it was on the New York Post, and they were saying that this plan is going to happen this June. So starting this June, when next time I go to the store, next time I go to Ralph's, and I'm out of maple syrup, and like what am I gonna do? Because this is the only brand. I'm not gonna buy. Here's the thing: I am not going to buy maple syrup that has 100 or more calories in it. That is just me. That's just my personal choice. Because I've dealt with the way that I look for years and years and years and years and years because of the bipolar medication that I was wrongly put on years and years and years ago. So that's why, ever since I've been looking the way I do, until I found this maple syrup at Ralph's, I have been avoiding maple syrup altogether because I'm afraid of the calorie count. I'm afraid of the calorie count. And I've just been eating my waffles plain with just the butter or butter and jelly. And then when I first saw that they had Aunt Jemina Original Light, I was like, who knew? And I was like, I have to buy this. So I stay looking good, and I can have maple syrup again, which is great. So that's just me, because if you like, and I don't know what I'm gonna do in June if this actually goes through, because this is the only maple syrup brand. And again, when I go to the store on Friday, not tomorrow but Friday, because tomorrow on both tennis days, or I come straight home and I get Grubhub DoorDash. I mean Grubhub Burger Lounge, and then I obviously make something to eat for dinner. That's just me. But anyway, so when I go to the store on Friday, I will definitely be that'll be my recorded video for the day, and then I'll go live later on. So I can show you guys that I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. That at Ralph's, and like I said, I mean, if you want to, you can go to your local Ralph's or your local, grocery store that you live that is near where you live, and see if there's any other brands of maple syrup that has 50 calories. Because I'm telling you, this is the only brand. Aunt Jemina, the real woman of color, Aunt Jemina, is the only brand of maple syrup that has an option for you to buy 50 calories. I mean, I love it. I love it. So I'm going to read you guys part of the New York Post article. Online critics slam Aunt Jemina's new name, Pearl Milling Company. And this is as of February 10th, so as of today. Aunt Jemina's new name, Pearl Milling Company, is getting battered online for sounding like an unappetizing gravel mining company or a James Bond villain. The unsavory reviews are pouring in from Twitter, with some breakfast buffs threatening to switch to Pearl Milling's competitors, Miss Butterworth or Log Cabin, over the revamp. Now, before I continue, I've had Mrs. Butterworth. Have any of you have had Mrs. Butterworth, I know I have. I've had, I mean, really, when it comes to maple syrup, Aunt Jemina and Mrs. Butterworth are basically the only two maple syrups that I ever buy. And I have not yet seen a Mrs. Butterworth maple syrup that's 50 calories. Have you? I have. I mean, her maple syrup's good, but it's 100 and some calories. So again, as soon as I saw this, that Aunt Jemina has a brand, 50 calories. Excuse my language, but hell yeah, I was going to buy it. And now, whenever I am out of maple syrup and I go to the store, this is the one I know exactly which one to grab off the shelf. It's the Aunt Jemina Original Light. Aunt Jemina Original Light. This is the one that I buy now. Let's continue on reading part of this article. Quote, I think it sounds like a gravel mining company, lawyer Michelle Rozovics wrote. Another said pearl milling company sounded like something owned by a James Bond villain. Meanwhile, one critic noticed pearl mining company sounds like a generic house brand for Dollar General. I can agree to that. Some even vowed to boycott the brand altogether. Quote, sadly, I would never recognize it and will probably go to log cabin, one person said. So this is what they're, whatever is happening, whatever company is doing this, this is what they want to do. Like, I don't get it. How in the world can this be racist? Like, I don't seem to understand what is going on in our country nowadays. Like, how can it be racist? And again, first off, with people, like so many people wanting to take off Andrew, what's so confusing with the $20 bill situation of so many people are so like highly obsessed with is first they want to take Andrew Jackson's face off the 20, put Harriet Tubman's face on the first, on the front of it, and then, but keep Jackson's face on it, but put his face on the back. Like, no. Like, keep the $20 bill as is with former President Andrew Jackson's face on the front and whatever federal building on the back. Okay? Keep it as is. Because you know what? It's not progress. If we were to do that. Plus, at the end of the day, we spend the $20 bill, right? At the end of the day, we deposit it into our bank accounts, right? This, it's not like we're going to hang our $20 bills on our walls, right? Or make a collage. It's money. Then at the end of the day, we're spending that money. So why change the bill? It doesn't make any sense. And then, this is the second thing I've seen, with, people thinking that it's racism. So many people get upset over the littlest things. And I have no problem with Aunt Jemina being on this box. I have no problem with her name being on this syrup bottle. I have no problem with that at all. I know my hand's like sticky now. So I'll just try to use like my left hand right now. So it says the Aunt Jemina brand announced it was changing its name to Pearl Milling Company after facing fierce backlash for basing its iconic syrup mascot on a racial stereotype. Now again, help me make this make sense. How is it racist? How is this a racial stereotype? I mean, this brand of pancake mix and this brand of maple syrup has been around since 1889. So people have been making Aunt Jemina pancakes, pouring Aunt Jemina maple syrup on it for decades, for almost 300 years, for goodness sake. And you want to change it now? I mean, What is happening with our country? I am so disappointed in how our country is right now. On like how like I'm so disappointed in the fact that as well, that with a lot of people, and it's not just Trumplicans, it's also some Democrats and independents that are being all like, I'm disappointed in my party because so many people in the Democratic Party are like, yeah, this is racist. Having Aunt Jemina on maple syrup and pancake mix is racist. It's blackface. No, putting here then Andrew Jackson was a horrible president. He was a racist. So let's take his face off, put Tubman's face on. Like, yeah, Harriet Tubman did so many great things when she was alive. And you know what? Andrew Jackson may not have been the greatest president we've ever had in that era. But you know what? We don't live in that era anymore. We don't live in the late 1890s anymore. We don't live in the 1900s anymore. We don't live in the early 2000s anymore. This is 2021, for goodness sake. Let's all stop acting like this should all change. The $20 bill should change. We should just leave the $20 bill and the Aunt Jemina brand alone. Because, this is what I've been wanting to say all afternoon. That we need to leave the Aunt Jemina thing alone and we need to leave the Harry Tubman thing alone, 20, because this is ridiculous. For those of you out there that are so obsessed with this, just stop. Just stop right now. Because this is beyond pathetic. For all of you out there that are like, well, we need to change it to Pearl Mining Company. We need to, no. Like, how is it blackface? Again, does this look like a white person in blackface? No, it does not. It is a real woman of color, Aunt Jemina. And again, if you don't like this pancake mix, if you don't, and here's the thing. For those of you out there who are highly obsessed with all this, that want to change it so badly, here's my advice. Don't buy it. When you go to the store to buy pancake mix, to buy a maple syrup, buy a different brand of maple syrup. Buy a different brand of pancake mix. There's plenty of other brands out there. But yet, all of you that are so obsessed with this and are just so like small-minded don't seem to understand that it's just pancake mix. It's just maple syrup, for goodness sake. And the only reason why I buy this, the 50%, less calories, is because of the calorie count in the maple syrup. Because I know I know how my body works. I know what I go through on a day-to-day basis with my weight. I'm not overweight. I'm not obese. I'm not morbidly obese. I've been told for the past few years now that, because I try to eat less, but right now I've been eating more, and here's why. I'm going to be straight with you. I've been eating a lot more lately because I'm still growing. Okay, that's the sign of growing is you eat a lot and don't gain a lot. So again, I'm not trying to be hateful on the other brands of maple syrup out there. Okay? The only reason I'm going to say it again and again and again, and I'm going to say it in tomorrow's video. In tomorrow's video when I go live, and when I make that video at the store, is this. When I'm out of maple syrup, why do I buy the Aunt Jemina Original Light is because it has 50 calories. It is the only brand. So let's read some more. Quote, they really changed the name of Aunt Jemina syrup to Pearl Milling Company. Another user wrote, like they really couldn't think of a better name for that. I'm sticking with Mrs. Butterworth from now on because she's thick and rich. Also doesn't have a, I'm going to say this out loud, dumbass name. On Tuesday, the Aunt Jemina brand announced it was changing its name to Pearl Milling Company after facing fierce backlash for its iconic syrup mascot on a racial stereotype. There it is again with the racial stereotype. The logo was originally inspired by the 19th century Mammy Minstrel character, a black woman who was content to serve her white masters. Pearl Mining Company is a nod to the small mill in Missouri that produced the self-rising Pancake mix, later known as Aunt Jemina, in 1889. So actually, that was the whole article. So yeah, I mean, this whole company. I mean, I don't get it, you guys. Like, why? And ABC News talks about it. Uh, uh, Today talks about it. Syracuse talks about it. It's like all over. It's all over now. With they're talking about it. So stop being racist. Because here's the thing. What y'all don't realize is that by changing it, by taking her face off and her name off the box, taking her name off the bottle of syrup, that is actually being racist. And same thing with taking Harriet Tubman's face and putting it on the $20 bill. That is also being racist because it's not about progress. So this syrup brand, the Aunt Jemina brand, has been around for a long time. It's been around for decades. It's been around since 1889. And y'all want to just be like, okay, let's just end it now. It's ridiculous. It's being racist. It's not just us white people that eat pancakes and that use syrup. Do all of you realize that? Do all of you not realize that? That there's also people of color out there, plenty of them out there, that also eat pancakes, that also use maple syrup. Like, do you all not realize that? Do you all not realize that like seriously? All right, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'm like late for like a Zoom thing, so I gotta go. Didn't realize it at the time. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.